the challenges where you actually do exercises based on what you learned, right? So so last week what we were doing is, I can say we were doing something like e-corrections, right? Some of Umihlali no Unati, they were connecting that lesson, starting from like opening up the browser, going to Microsoft Learn, going to all the process, and then explaining. They read the question and then they explain how they solve the question, right? Now today we sizoqhubeka ke ngoku namhlanje ne. Now Microsoft Learn, then siya ku sharp, and then selapha, take your first steps. Now think, see, perform basic call methods, add decision logic to your code using if, else, and else statements in C#, right? Okay, tell it go. Okay, bang ano boss po na screen sam ka? Before I continue. No, you mean the core? Bang apa banda ba screen sam? Okay, ma kita sih aku salah kan. Nung po ba? Yes. I can't afford you. I'm a poor man. This way. Yeah. As for thank you. So this is sound and many nearly you understand also menchongal? Ifuna wonke umuntu angene ku Teams abukele watch me. right, I'm back. Okay, right. Now I'm going to share my screen. Okay. I think right now. I think everyone can see me now. Okay, let's go back again. Walk. And if you can, okay. Team Microsoft. Okay. Mark. Nila link up. Right. Okay. Okay. So now we're doing adding decision logic to your code using the using the else, if, and else statements in C#. Okay. Ixesha ngoku quarter to 10. So quarter to 11. You must stop me, no? Okay, so illogic, if you remember last week, then I told in the Bayoba, programming is based on logic. And then logic, logic, right? So illogic just means that if you understand uba umntu, if umntu ngokuthi uba ubanibani ebesendaweni ethile ngo-7, right? Uthi ubanibani ebesendaweni ethile ngo-7. Okay, masithi bathi okay ubani ebesendaweni ethile ngo-7 epakini ebusuku, and then omnye athi ubani kwalo mntu oyi-1 ebesendaweni ethile ngo-7. ebesendlini ngo-7. So if you understand uba laa mntu lowana akakwazi uba abesepakini and then aphinde abesendlini ngo-7, then that is logical thinking, right? Logic. Well, so when they say logic, it just means that like to think logically. It just means that we are understand about umuntu akakwazi uba sendaweni eziyi-2 ngexesha eliyi-1, period. Right? So ndizama ubreaka down ezi terminologies like isingokothukusa xa uziva uba logic bathetha no, it's basic understanding of like to be able to think logically, right? So in programming, right, we have what we call if-else statements, right? So if I simplify if-else statements, I just say that, hence they say add decision logic. Yeah, but if you can concentrate at add decision logic. Decision is to decide most, right? So okay, if kuyanetha ndizothatha i-umbrella, else andizuyithatha. Yabo, okanye ungathi if kuyanetha ndizothatha i-umbrella, else if kushushu ndizonxiba iskipa. You understand? Else andizuhamba. So if yabona eza statements endisandozibeka ngoku uzozibona xa sizisebenzisa apha kwi-programming, it uses the same logic. If kuyanetha ndizohamba nge-umbrella, else if kushushu ndizonxiba iskipa. So else no if, we call them conditions. The conditions, right? Okay, masiye kulanduze ke ngoku. Benifaka, this is just an introductory explanation so that as basisiya deep ungalahleki, because it's very easy to get lost in programming. Uyokombea ngishushu yabo, kanti xa umane ibuyisela kula umbrella xa kunetha iskipa xa kushushu yabo ubuya kwi-base yakho, ne? That is your base, right? Okay, so moving on. Kasiya okay, but qala usebengena ku-exercise, right? So they say the most widely used branching statement is the if statement, right? So if usebenziswa kakhulu programming, and then if statement relies on Boolean expression. If Boolean expression just means true or false, period. So if kuyanetha ndizothatha i-umbrella. So ndizama explain again i-Boolean expression. If kuyanetha ndizothatha i-umbrella, ne? Then xa uvuka ekuseni uva kunetha. So if kuyanetha is true. That statement is true. If kuyanetha and kuyanetha ngaphandle, then that means esa statement is true, right? If kuyanetha can be true or false. It can't be in between. There's nothing else in between, right? So that is Boolean. When they talk of Boolean, they're talking of true or false, right? So now, we're gonna create a random game. Yabona, because of its tools, it's a pity that we didn't all start from the beginning. Yabo, but because of the tools that we have, le topic ikala exercise, because the tools that you have enable you to do a lot of stuff already. Because exercise topic ikala exercise, because you have enough information to be tested upon, right? Okay. So but you create a game, ne? A random game. Let's invent a game to help us write if statements. We'll make up several rules to the game, then implement them in code. So Pali code, right? Okay, I'll zoom in. Better. Okay. Right. So, Pati apa, nazi rules. We'll use the random.next. Random, it's a class, if you remember. Random is a class dot. Dot ke ukunika ilanduza methods that are inside the class. And then when we talk of a class good.net, I said when we say class, picture a class as a classroom, right? And then in methods, zizinto as are things that you can use to complete a task. So quick classroom, we've got a chair, you've got a PC, you've got the board, you've got the chalk. So all those stuff that are inside the class, most ezinto i-chalk neboard nento zizinto ozisebenzisayo, right? Now that is also true in programming. Inside this random class, you've got a method. A method is something that you can use. We've got a next upper in this case, right? But it doesn't mean by upper random class, a method they call E1, ingaba i1. Xa ungene eklasini ungafumana kukubhodi yodwa kungakho zitulo kungakho chalk kungakho nix, right? But in this case, random, make strong random. If I come this side and then I say random dot, okay, only gives me two methods. Okay, makenjonga o noodle dot it noodle banganela la website is language .net. Yeah. Makenjonga pa the suggestions of methods that are inside the class. So when you use a dot, that dot is going to show you what is inside the class, right? So, is in this call up. So, we first instantiate random, right? So if we say dice dot nazia, yebo, as options on nazo pa, those are all the methods that are inside the class. Class or random. So into siyenzileyo apha ku-random sithe random class, right? Sathi dice is equals to a new random class. So sithi ke ngoku le dice lena izoba zonke eza method ezilapha kulo random class zizoba inside dice. So ithe xa senza umzekelo wayo le lantuza le ithi xa sisenza umzekelo wayo le lantuza le scenario besithe dice is like a box, right? So if une-computer oyifake inside a box, if kufika umntu ngoku athathe la box abaleke nayo, awuzithi nqandani nanku umntu ubaleke nebox yam akho mntu ozokuhoya, right? Instead uzothi nqandani umntu ubaleka necomputer yam, even though la computer it is inside the box, right? So dice lona it is a box. It contains something inside it, right? Ngeyona nto ebalulekileyo leyo, ezaa zinto eziphaa ngaphakathi kwala box. So in programming we say this dice, but in this case class ne, but masenze umzekelo ngalo book ne, book lona we call it a variable. Variable means kule mzekelo besiyenza a box, it has a value inside it. So a value inside that box is a computer. That is what is valuable in that box. Umntu xa ebaleka nela box uthi umntu ubaleka necomputer yam, because that is what is value. what is valuable, right? So fine lapho kulo book, i-value yalo book says a statement. Understand? So coming back now, right? So now we're going to create this game, right? And then the game is going to have conditions, right? But now we say we're gonna use random. I was just unpacking random bar. Nala dot next, right? Kalokas nufuneke yabona ba besiyenza ini methods. I think 2 weeks back, but yabona ba sivela oko. So ibonisa ntoni programming builds on top of each other. It builds on top of what you knew, and then it builds more stuff on top of it, right? So last week we did methods and classes. Now we're going to add conditions to those classes and methods. Understand? So let's say method to simulate a rolling six-sided dice, right? So say as also method, when we put 2 numbers in, so what we put inside a method, we call it a parameter, right? So if you yakhumbula la console.writeLine besifaka izinto phakathi kwazo, ezinto besizifaka, those are called parameters, right? So ilanduzi game yethu izoba namadice amathathu, and then we'll evaluate the values to calculate the scores. If the score is greater than an arbitrary total, then we'll display a winning message to the user. Otherwise, we'll display a losing message to the user. So depending of lama dice I3 or rolayo, right? Then depending on if value ozifumanayo pha kwezo numbers, kulama dice, then sizochazela uba uyawina or uyalose. Okay, so moving on. Nazi ke ngoku i-conditions zethu, right? I-rules game zethu. If any 2 dice you roll result in the same value, you get 2 bonus points for rolling doubles, right? And then if all 3 dice you roll result in the same value, you will get 6 bonus points for rolling triples, right? If the sum of 3 dice rolls plus any point bonuses is 15 or greater, you win the game. Otherwise, you lose. Okay, so that is the conditions. These are conditions. Let's analyze in a short bit. Don't worry about understanding the the exact wording, right? But what is important for you to understand is that the conditions is yan. If we relate dice, ne, and then zafana lama dice wako afana, then you get a point, 2 points. And then if kufane amatatu wamatatu afa bezi numbers fanayo, then you get fumana ilandos 6 points, right? And then if udibanisa isum yama dice wako plus ne bonuses zako, if zingaphezu ko-15, then utheni uyawin. Okay, ayibalekanga la ndawo. Into ebalulekileyo suzama ucinga uba plus minus bonus suwara ngaloo nto. Into ebalulekileyo, those are conditions. Sine-conditions uba if kwenzeka le nto, then kwenzeka le nto. If kwenzeka le nto, then kwenzeka le nto. If else, if statement, that is what is important here, a takeaway, right? So now we're coming to write a code that generates 3 random numbers and display them in output. So if you remember, okay, there. So if you look there, they say, I wish I can extend my screen, but I think I left the news and I didn't extend my screen. So if you're kumbula, uNathi noMihlali, they did this kind of a thing last week where they used dice. No, not dot next. Okay. So partner, what you're looking at there, Lo random. Lo random dice. So now dice we say is equals to, that is the value of the dice. So if value of this dice is class or random. So remember, inside a class there is methods. Tinga igumbi, chalk, istulo, board, yabo. Inside this class there are methods. So sithi ke ngoku integer, if you remember, we've got different types in programming. Lo int, it's an integer, okay? This int is an integer, and then we've got other types such as, example type.
String.
There we go. Yes, a string. A string is a type. Say for example, up we said string, it's a type string, and then book, it's a variable box, what you're putting in, and then ctc assign and on city equals to, you're giving it a value, and then if value yellow book will itin ikhona chart. Hey, I want to cause the right? So in this case, see not dice. Okay, Uba, it's your first time. I would understand. I would totally understand. This is way too much information because we can't know. But again, you're gonna send funu push and then on this first hour, pusher, and then on the second hour, we're gonna do other stuff, right? Like Outlook and then Teams and all that. But the funanje to get this session right? Now, and then type again. They already know that there is other types, right? So now, in this case, we say we're rolling the first dice. 1. Okay. And then int, which is an integer, it's a number, it's a type number. Umzekelo apha ubook ayo number le. That's why it's a string pa. Lena city int, why? Because into eyenzayo le method next uthatha any number, a random number between 1 and 7, excluding 7. So ivelu ka roll 1 izoba 1 okanye u2 okanye u3 okanye u4 okanye u5 okanye u6. Between those numbers, it can be any number between those numbers, right? Hence we say a random. That's why I say the random. It can be any random number. Okay. Now, roll 0 lekosbini, city roll 2, city is equals to dice, and then city dot next 7. Okay, and then we do the same. We say int, we say roll, cause funeka si roll kangapi kathathu, right? And then we say dice, we say dot next, and then we say 1 until 7. Okay, so now if I write that out, if the check again ngokuba i-values zaba roll city console, abantu kale nabo bayamazi console.write lines kale ngaye, and city, and then button city tina roll okay, manditi roll 1 is, remember interpolation plus when you're adding ulanduza integer, not a when you're adding numbers and strings, or matter of fact, we can use, okay, masizende zozoyi-2. Roll is that, and roll roll 2 is, and then it as interpolation, roll 2, and then city roll 3 is interpolation, and then interpolation kapinde to stop. And then if you run that, then as a statement sizosibonisa i-values ezilapha ku-roll 1. So xa siyiprinta le nto izothi, okay, masiyiprint, singayicacisi, masivele siyiprint. Let me zoom out a little bit. Hey. So, okay, Mandisu Selena, we are happy. That's confused. Right? So if you're born like it roll 1 is 6, and then roll 2 is 2, and then roll 3 is 6. So if we call up, low roll 1, lend out it roll 1 is lend out, let's see if I go inverted commas, roll 1 is, right? And that is at plus roll 1, low roll 1 glue. So it in roll 1 is, of which it is this part, like inverted commas, it roll 1 is. And then low roll 1 low park. Okay, now bonus lines, line 14, pi kalen. So low roll 1, up line 18, low roll 1. Ula roll 1 upper 14. Right? And then low roll, which is 6 value yakhe. As by nikumbula sithe le method izothatha any number that is between 1 and 7. So up roll 1 ngu-6 i-value yakhe le lapha. Right? So now lento up ke ngoku it is console.write line. If you remember, it prints out the values. Okay? So now roll 1 is 6, and then it and roll 2 is lend out 80, and roll 2 is roll 2 is land out. Ilend out ku line 18 le kala up with inverted commas. And then uti plus. Why you manage to plus? It's because if lendo difaka inverted commas yonke, ayizibhale as values. Because as values is the integer, the numbers. That's why ke ngokufuneka man sebenzisa aba plus. Interpolation, we did interpolation besinabo up. We did do interpolation. So if you don't understand interpolation, is perfectly fine. I understand. Right? So now value ka roll 1 ku 6, and then value ka roll 2 ku line 15 kuban ngicele u2, right? And then value ka roll 3 ku line 16, right? Nanti line 16 roll 3 ngulo phi ekugqibeleni, which is naye ngu-6, right? So now since this is random, xa siphinda siyirana le nto izophinda itshintshe ithathe ezinye number ezirandom, masiyibone. So those values, where do we get them? Apple method. The method takes any number that is between 1 and 7. Then it's gonna give you any value, right? So apha uroll umzekelo ngoku yabo zitshintshile kaphinda. Ithi ke ngoku uroll 1 line 14 is what? Is 4. Right? And then izothi uroll 2 is what? 1. Right? And then izothi roll 3 is 1. Yes. Yes. B. Okay. Let me print it ngenye indlela ne ndingayifaki kwi sentence because lizoba very very clear. Maniprinte kanjani? Manithi maniprinte kanje. Printe kanje. Console dot right line and then the two plus analytic groups. Roll 3 is so if we run that, can you see now? Okay. Let me zoom out. Can you see now?
Table.
So roll 1 is 6, roll 2 is 2, roll 3 is 5. Right? So roll 1, who dies, dot next, who next will assign roll 1, uzonika i-value. Jonga, umzekelo ne masithi besifuna assigna ngokwethu ne sithi roll 4 sithi equals to sithi bani 8. Hayi dice alibe na 8. Masithi 3 ne, and then sithi console dot right line sithi roll 4 is sithi plus roll 4 ne. So jonge ngoku ndifuna unibonisa why sisebenzisa la random dice ne. Yambona uroll 4 bangu-3, and then uroll 1 ngu-1, uroll 2 ngu-6, uroll 3 ngu-1. When we rerun this, jonga uroll 4 isengu-3 kakachinji, right? But uroll 1 uchintshile ngu-3, uroll 2 ngu-3, uroll 3 ngu-6. When we run, yambona uroll 4 isengu-3 still, and then uroll 1 ngu-5, yabona ezinye zatshintsha. Every time we run, every other dice changes. And then, but roll 4 still remains the same. Why? It's because upper we assigned roll 4, 3. So it's not going to change. But these other ones, they're using this method dot next, which gives you a random number that is between 1 and 7. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Kuselamanzi nje kancane. Sithemo sasitshela lapha ngaphakathi. So ifuna niyidigest kancane. I don't expect to buy in the sense comment abafikayo. All right. So udice dot next give you a random number. That's why as ezinye dice they are changing, and this one on 4 is not changing. It's because we just assigned it a value, and that value is just a constant number. It's not gonna change. Okay, right? Just now moving on. Now we say now we're going to assign logic. Logic is just say if this and then yeah, that is logic. Right? Now here's the other way of writing that. So Masiti you want to add. If you want to add ulanduza as dices. Ne? If you want to add okay, so we need to have a total, right? So in total by adding. So we can say int, and then you say total, and then city total is equals to roll 1 plus roll 2 plus roll 3, right? And that is our total. So now if sifuna ubonakalisa le nto ne sifuna printer out, singasebenzisa, oh no, interpolation is when we use the dollar sign. Our plus ben basebenzisa, that is concatenation plus ne. So ilanduza yona interpolation we use dollar sign. Okay, so now here we can say dice roll. You can say dice roll, and then we say sifake eza bracket. Eza bracket is yana etuba singamane sibhalo plus, and then you say plus, and you say roll 2, and then you say plus. Then you say total. So I'll show you gas bond machines that I did. Yeah. So then I interpolation because nala dollar sign. If we were to use concatenation, this is a palaganje. If we were to use a concatenation, upper 7 set interpolation, that's why nala dollar sign. If we were to use concatenation, we're gonna have dice, and then you say roll, and then you say that, and then you say plus city roll 1, city plus, then exclamation mark plus and plus oh oh then plus and plus boy index Thailand total plus equals to when you say different ways of doing it, no? Plus total and say yeah. So it's going to give us the same thing. Neighbor. So can you see the difference between interpolation and so yabona ba isinika i-printer out into a1 na but up line 19 I used what we call interpolation, so isebenzisa la $sign ne and then i-value zakho uzifaka ku-brackets nje cha i-value zakho uzifaka ku-brackets ne that is interpolation. But if you use concatenation usebenzisa plus i-value yakho ufuneka ibe in between o plus. Umzekelo yabona lo roll 1 simfake ku-bracket xa sisebenzisa i-interpolation. Xa usebenzisa i-concatenation u-roll 1 uphakathi ko-plus yabo kuku-plus pha no-plus pha uyifaka. I can say that is your bracket. O-plus bakho zi-bracket xa usebenzisa i-concatenation. Right, we did do i-concatenation. Okay, and then roll 2 phakathi kwe-plus ezi-2 and then total une-plus naye pha. Okay, but it produces the same. So now I normally use interpolation, then a $sign. It's much more easier for me now, and as it. So when you can choose either way, whatever way you feel it's easier for you to do. Okay, interpolation, yeah. Right. We've got interpolation and concatenation. Concatenation and interpolation. Okay, now so ke ngoku yaqala ke ngoku logic, right? We've got about 20 minutes. Ne? So now we're saying if total it's over 14, so over 14 that is 15, 16, 17, 18 upwards, right? Sitau ya wina mos. Right? And then but if it's less than 15, then you lose. Right? This is a basic logic because as is a danga a bonuses. Okay, so masenze logic yethu sithi in if total is greater than 14, okay, so then sithi my ubhale console dot write line you won. Right? And then city if total and 14, 15. Yeah. 13. You lose. You lose. No. Double O. Single O. Oh, sorry, you lose. Yeah. Masibone ke kasi run izothini. Ithi you lose. Why? Why ithi you lose? Why it says you lose? Come on. Why is it you lose? It's in the condition yakho. If what?
If usezantsi ko-15,
Yeah.
then
And
you
then
lose.
in this case, total weight is what?
11.
11. That's why you say you lose. Okay, let's rerun. Say you lose again. You lose. You lose. Would it ever be over 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 6? Yeah. Yeah, it will be. It's 18 because so you can only win if no 6 board. Ne? Am I right?
Yes.
Because it's about 6, it's about 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, even if no 6, no 6
No,
about
4.
4, ne? Yeah, it's more, ne? Oh, my.
But ke ngoku ushiye uroll 3.
Exactly.
So angasenzi score.
Yes, that is correct. I left out row 3. Row 3 is correct. Yeah, yabona ba anilelanga. Okay, so I just need to add. Okay, now we should win a bet maybe somewhere. 9, 14, 13. Hey, boo, what's this winning? Yeah, but you get the idea, man. But we're finna winning over guy one. Oh, did we? Yeah, but we won. So there. So now it follows this logic. It says it checks total. Now total. Total is roll 1 plus roll 2 plus roll 3. Ne? And then must compile start from upper phezulu ihle nayo. Ne? So ikala upper phezulu. And then you check. Iti emfundini. Roll 1 im assign, roll 2 im assign, roll 3 im assign. In this case, roll 1 go to no 5, no 3, right? And then it must calculate total line 17. Line 17, it roll 1 plus roll 2 plus roll 3. We get the total. Le print and iyachaza. It dice, roll dice, start roll 1 plus roll 2 plus roll 3 is equals to total. Le we need no need le with conditions. But the same printer out just to show you the difference between interpolation and concatenation, right? And then I figure up check total low, just calculate up. Nkulu nak no 14. hayi akukomkhulu because ngu-10. And then ize up iphinde icheke xa ifika up ithi lo 15 lo total less than u-15 less than u-15, then iprinte le nto ke ngoku, right? So let's see. So now Boolean expression between parentheses. Parentheses just means brackets, bantu benkosi. Parentheses just means brackets. Banganothusa apha ngesilungu parentheses thetha ngengathi izinto ezi. Right? And then code block defined by curly braces. That's why ndisoloko ndinika ichance yoba niyitype i-code, because into eyenzekayo, we had like some of us we type the code outside these curly brackets and then sifumane errors because you're typing outside your code block. Understand? So now you first say upper inside, this is a Boolean expression. Why we call it a Boolean expression? Because it's going to give you true or false. In this case, total is less than 15, is less than 14, right? So xa isifika apha izocheck utotal ngu-10. Xa sibeka u-10 apha sithi is greater than 14, izothi false. It's not true, it's false. 10 is not greater than 14. 10, total yethu ngu-10. 10 is not greater than 14. U-10 akekho mkhulu ku-14, right? So ke ngoku i-Boolean expression ozoyifumana pha izothini, izothi false. It's not gonna be true. Then igqithe ingangeni kwi-code block yakho. I-code block yakho yile part ene-curly braces. Ayizuyibhala laa nto leya, ayizungena apha, izotsiba. And then ifike apha ithi u-10 mncinci kuno-15, iyatsheka. Okwakutsheka, we call it a Boolean expression, right? Xa itsheka izothi u-10 mncinci kuno-15, then izothi ewe, izothi true. Oh, mandithi ke apha izothi hayi, false. La hayi, it's a Boolean expression. Hayi, u-10 akekho mkhulu kuno-14. Hayi. So la hayi ngu-false. False. Hayi. Ayikho loo nto ethethayo. False. Right? And then itsiba ingangeni ke apha. And then izocheck 10 mncinci kuno-15. Ewe. True. Then irane le code ke ngoku. That's why ubona you lose pha, because ithe console athi dot right line, and then console dot right line uthini, print out what? Print out le nto engaphakathi kwezi apha parentheses, which is bracket. That's what it print out there. You lose. Iyavakala ityiwe emngqushweni. Yeah. Susuke sifake iswekile uba ivakala ityiwe. Cimile kunakuqala. right? So moving on, I think only 10 minutes or so now. Got 7 minutes. Right. Okay. Now, Boolean expression. So, kukho le method. But string equals to message. Yeah? So type string and then sifaka kwi box. In the sifaka kwi box, sifaka le sentence. Now the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Right? Now, but the result, Boolean result. So bool, it's another type now. So bool returns what? True or false. Okay. Now, what the result is equals to message. Right? So string has a method contains method contains, right? Contains dog. Izocheck ke ngokuba message unaye udog na. So if message unaye udog izoreturn abani true. If akanayo udog izoreturn abani false. Okay? So umzekelo apha next dice athi dot next ne if yabo iyafana le message dot something qha lena i-method contains leya besisebenzisa thina ibingu-next ifaka ntoni kula value apha kule box kule variable yethu izofaka whatever number ezoyifumana pha. Okay, but apha kulena izofaka bani apha ku-result izofaka ilantuza true or false. Right? Izomfaka njani true or false depending on if ukhona udog message. And then in this case udog ukhona nanke pha. Then xa usithi console dot the result izokunika ntoni izotsho uba izokunika utrue. Yabo, and then ke ngoku yabona if izothi if message dot contains fox. So if lendo is true, what must it do? It must write this. So in this case, message that contains fox, fox corner from message, which is true, right? Then isoti, what does the fox say? Iso prinda acha la landus as a statement pa. Okay. So the idea is what you must understand upper class session is that if into zayicheka apha izoba true or false. Then if it's true, then it will run this code block. Code block it is between these. And then if it's false, it's not gonna run this code block. Understand? Now, so upper izinto we call them upper operators who equals to equal. So sebenzisa some other time. But lena masilebe sisebenzisa apha ngoku. Up. If total is greater than 14. So if ndibeka ulanduza up equal. Ne? If ndibeka equal pa. If total is greater or equals to 14. So if total wethu ibingu 14, ibizoba true. But xa engekho lo landuza lo equals to pa, if total wethu ngu-14 izoba false because ulanduza u-14 is not greater than 14. 14 is equals to 14, not greater or less even. Does it make sense? 14 uyalingana no-14. Akekho mkhulu kuno-14. Akekho mncinci kuno-14. Right? So masithi ke ngoku utotal wethu ibingu-14. So xa uno-equal apha uthi greater or equals to. So ke ngoku xa usithi 14, u-14 ingabe umkhulu okanye uyalingana no-14. Uyalingana no-14, u-14. You understand? But xa engekho la equal phana ithetha ukuthini? Ithetha nje uba funeka abe ngaphezu ko-14, angalingani no-14. You understand? So you can put that equal sign there, and then you can as well put equal sign here. So the difference is that if there is no equal sign, then that means total engu-14, awuzukwazi ukuthi u-14 if ayizuba true le ndawo. If total ngu-14 izoba false, right? But if equal ikhona phana, so xa sithi u-14 ingabe mkhulu okanye uyalingana, then it's going to be true, then it will run this. Understand? You must say if you don't understand. Yeah, and even related to that is strong and go. Something like that. Yeah. Right. Now, those are our operators. I-code block lebe sesicacisile mos ne uba izinto funeka zibe ngaphakathi kwelantuza. Like your code must be inside these curly braces. Ne? Right? Okay. Now implement doubles bonus. So kukho ke ngoku ezilantuzo u-or. Kukho u-or. Right? U-or okay. Okay, masenza u-or. Masenza u-or. And then sizolantuza sizogqiba. Sizokwenza nje u-or ne? But bengafuna umrasha man lo-or. So what I think we should do now, I will try to set up. I think we should continue no or next week, né? And then instead I'll try to set up Ababanyabantu that are not set up yet, and take down names again, additional names, and then we're gonna talk about whether should we start from the beginning again, because I didn't start with them. We didn't start together. But I don't know for like Zaman Kalen the whole time, like but
why not make like session quickly within 30 minutes?
yeah,
It's much easier.
yeah. But the thing is, when are they gonna do the exercises? Because
How long does
the exercises,
to do the whole thing like a session, like maybe from now until maybe June, then you start new group from June.
yeah. I was doing that, but like now the majority of people that are here, because when we started with a few,
Also,
now there's a lot of people now, and then we already progressed with few people. Yeah. But now I think because of you see now there's quite a bit. So if I start now, I'm gonna go finish with this one regardless of if they drop out
or not.
Yeah, but and then other people come in again.
No, but what I was thinking, you should have made I'm taking so much number of people, right, for maybe a period of 6 months. Then when these people finish, they leave. New people
Yeah, but the thing is, when I was starting, people didn't come. People didn't show up.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you must have a starting point and a finishing point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when I feel like I'm listening to that thing, I want to do train, multi-train, I am or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm listening to that.
Yeah, yeah, because it didn't start with us.
Exactly.
And that is the majority of people that are here. This is what do I do? Because I think it's only like 5. Yeah, but
so what's your number in total?
Now.
What number you want?
There's only 20 PCs here. I wanted 20. That is going to be on premises. But there's other people online as well that I started off with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro. So it is people that are on premises that they have problem with.
Yeah, I get.
So I don't know. Because you know now now we progressed a lot. Like after we were going to start building.
Then other new people.
We were gonna start building apps now. This small ngoba nje siqale nabo apha. Besesigqiba ngoku ku-C sharp. Besizoqala ukokha ngoku to build stuff, apps. So we were gonna, matter of fact, we were gonna learn a framework because now we're currently doing with C sharp, a language. Now we are going to start learning Xamarin. Xamarin, it's a framework that you use to build apps. So we're gonna learn that framework and go. You know, I feel like continuing, man.
I think it's better you start
in the beginning.
You have to, because now we don't like I'm saying
No.
like I'm listening to that thing.
No. So what I'm thinking to do, ne? This is kubekeka, ne? And then those that I started with will explain. Yabona because iphelile hour iqala ngoku, ne? Then kule hour yesibini, normally I give them exercises. Yabo? To play hour yesibini, ne?
Yeah.
So now in that second hour, then those ones like you, you can start with them.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
Yeah,
While others are doing exercises and going with these new ones starting from scratch.
Okay, until then.
Yeah. So they will
but
be
it's
doing
more, it's more better don't take new people now.
No, because there's no space.
Okay.
Yeah, on premises.
Unless online.
Unless but girls will share, even online, I don't think it's gonna be because this will share. Because at least but they can even ask. Yeah, but okay, what?
No, I get your point.
Yeah.
So we have to connect one.
Yeah, so I think I'll do that. Okay, so yeah, so people online, yeah, we can call it a day because what okay, you can online, just give me your Outlook email and then ndizokufaka kula nto zaku Teams wethu, right? And then as for abantu balapha bona ndizozama like sizoyenza sonke le nto le ilanto ka-Outlook, right? And then in the meantime, thinking, okay, ndicela abantu abangana ndingamenjonga ke ngoku. Okay, online you can just give me your Outlook email address, then I'll sort you out, then you can continue next week. Then
Okay.
for EPC ezingasebenziyo ngapha na. So lena iyalive. Apply that I have inamagama abo, but ingaka ndazi namagama abantu, you know, so I can't even say who. Alentsho namagama abantu. Kino kake ngifunda namagama abantu abadala ke ngoku, kodwa andiyazi uba ngomntu mdala. Cela ndingazibeki sendenzela ifolo. Unathi abongile kodwa ndihlala phaa imali endichazela uba umnikayo. Akhona bonga andisiyo somdaka online nolwazi Sedi for the Abasi and someone said, Inam Kado. You can not Inam the Kado after that is okay. Because in that in ancient years, I'm going to assign about the PCs. There's but PCs available for Philippines. Because for our regular, most of the years born like, but okay, the APC, like, because they are regular, right? So, if you know the loan for Hongkong to buy under as bound PC yake, like, I'll figure if you can get a PC as small stick, can you look and get PC for what you mentioned, you know? So, ingati, you said for the end, I have to manage because where's Angezi, not to Inam, ikenda mngetu Inam, Ukalo, siyamthanda mabizela, ngikhumbula ukubona igama, khathala amajija, omajija, bebesiza last year. Vele sithi Nenge, ngikhumbula bengumihlali. And then bengundoda Mthembu. Bongile ngo Makatsungulo online. And then andise somntana Sikelela teacher. Thandukolo Chiba. Ego. Bye. Ingibonisa nje. Abekho 23 abantwana bafundileyo nje apha. Pinki Matana. Inathi Daliwa. Khona Phumla. Babalo Doi. Tombi Zandile. Sipokazi colony. Yes. Tumika apa tawo musinozamba watata bona abantu endibaziyo zoba sensho ngathi ngabona abantu abaserious ababatsha. Okay, so aba endiqale nabo then bazoba nomsebenzi omninzi because bazocacisela aba batsha. Like last week most kudala baye bathatha iclass yonke mos, yeah. They were conducting class. The one that started with me.
Oh, in the beginning.
Yeah, they actually conducted the class. I didn't do anything. Fellowship, you don't need to even like crap.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Susie. That's good. Yeah, nice one. Because there's one.
Or for the speech, we need to have independent boxes.
Oh,
And even though anything possible, what's over there? I see what she is.
and the I'm beside the Malaga. Okay, yes, the city and then what I would need you to do is to call them on the Outlook account. Go on the Outlook. Number 9. Okay, so we get in the yeah. In Yeah. Okay, so plan the message there and you begin going. Type ilan sa pa. Outlook account ya email ya Outlook. So kung galing tulilanga, kung galing tulilanga, o kanya na option. Maka-type account yake kung na-select ba. Kuna yung type Outlook ya pa. Kemudian open the end. But in human beings, and that's the thing. Okay, so I think in the first hour, I continue with now, but then the second hour, then hour when the bacha, telephone, right? I think that's the only way that's going to work. And but you must understand that this community and immanent debate the community. So you must understand in programming it's not an easy language or easy topic. It's difficult to understand. But I've been told that even this thing of teaching, I never thought that I would even teach. But one of my friends, they can answer this up to 10 years of experience programming. The was Like he's the one who actually took me to go tutor, and then when I was there, I win the award of being the best tutor. I was shocked. So, like, it seems like there was a checklist, right? But you must understand, but even though mhlawumbe ungafumana umuntu right onokucacisela izinto ne, but you must still understand about software, this space, it's difficult. There is abantu that get jobs. Yeah, umuntu esifumana umsebenzi afumane pay 25,000, right? But angakwazi umelana. Simply nje akuba mhlawumbe uphetheke kabi emsebenzini, ayisuka mhlawumbe iyashawutwa, okanye mhlawumbe ayisuka mhlawumbe akabhatalwa, okanye uyabhatalwa, phethe kahle, ne-benefits, retirement benefits, medical aid, everything. But it's just difficult. It's a lot of work. So what I'm trying to say, I answer for tools, but what I'm trying for you to understand is, like, if software, if una ube uyazi uba uzoyinika ixesha, like you're gonna give it time. It requires a lot of time from your side and a lot of thinking, working. So like if you understand, but like but even need to mail us our emails, no? Then because I think we want to set up for an email up and I can't go on the Outlook, how make Outlook, right? Right. So what I'm trying to say is that even though, but it is highly achievable. Like I go in the so the years, I go on the is to give it time. If I was born at specialized, then I was not because of family. You know, we understand that it is understandable. Look, and I have 10 years of experience as a software developer. What are the kind of it's not like family just a came Spain. Coolest one of the kind and manage to be a software developer. Anyone can be a software developer if you give it time. Most kids, like 17-year-old, 17-year-old, I'm even exaggerating. You can even Google it. I mean, come now, see, maybe 17-year-old, 7th on Facebook is earning more than 100,000 rand a month. More than, I'm saying more than 100,000 rand a month. 1 month, I think about 1 month, 100,000 rand, more than 100,000 rand as a developer, 17-year-old. There's a figure 17-year-old. Kangadlala game. Kangaxesha bokufight. Like we are saying, like is software can be like a game. Well, even though the city is difficult, but you can enjoy games. But still a game as the life. Games inzima. But uyayidlala still. Enjoy it. Man is you can level there's a game ibanzima. But edlala. Man lose lose. So software injury. That's why you find a lot of software. I don't know any software developer that is not a gamer. Zonke software developers and they like games because it is sort of like a game. Because it doesn't and then companies they pay you to learn because we don't stop learning. If I'm in a game, I need to do some of the game, so it is the same thing. And then getting paid to do that. I don't know any job that you can do and earn. Here's what I mean, a doctor, I'm stating a doctor, yes, a doctor can earn 100,000 rand. Yes, I agree. Right? A doctor can earn 100,000 rand, right? A specialized doctor. Considering a specialized doctor, I'm talking about nothing less than 8 years of study. 8 years of studying. Okay? So now let's talk about a software developer. You can be a software developer in 6 months. You understand what I'm trying to say here? I don't know any profession that you can do on your own without going to varsity and earn the same amount that professional. Okay, I'm not saying after 6 months you're going to earn 100,000 rand. No, that's not what I'm saying. You understand? But you can earn 100,000 rand after 2 years of software development. Now let's compare with the doctor that went to go study for 8 years. In that 8 years, when you use the software as a software developer, like 8 years. And any into M9 the software development, I'll need to know about your if you can build your own stuff, there's funding. If you look at it and go grade levels, maybe you put 3 million or 5 million, how much was it? To go try their idea. It can fail. Fine, that's 5 million. Nobody pay me in the years. Nobody will yes, the 5 million. It's thinking it doesn't need to. Something right. And it's your money. It's obvious most calling protocols about okay, that's a check after the but about the I mean now imali. Now the government officials say imali. Iyakhutshwa musimali bakhokhiwe indlela abayikhokhiwe izindlu. Thathwe imali thiwe bayithatha into yokuthenga imoto ezi-7. So what I need to get close money funding, but what I'm saying is that we are was money funding. More than money by I'm going to try to wait something I need to do right. So what I'm saying is that it's software. I don't know any field that you can do without going to varsity and earn imali ebhatalwa abantu abafundileyo abaye-varsity. I don't know any. You can just Google that, but Silicon software salaries for software developers in Silicon Valley. Uzibonela leli ayingabe ngathi like I know ideas, because the reason why I'm saying this stuff is because we're not aware of this stuff. Myself, I feel like if I knew about software development before I went to varsity, I was not gonna go to varsity. Because the 3 years that you spent in the layer, first year the software developer, I'm qualified. The next 2 years I'm earning money. But it requires a lot of time from your side. Software development. Instrumentals emails, ne? Right. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do now, I will be setting up. What's gonna do? Because is a year that I know. I was up to season up. Because if that's it's been park, plan was a team because of the bus, because it's mine and the years ago, the 2020. Right, because if we now set up our by the bank. Yeah? No. Then is there for economy? No. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hopefully.
see, so what's what so we want to do what I'm trying to do is special. It's 450, and then you get to use it for 1 month.
Okay. Let's take speak, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eh, apa man rasanya contract? Contract.
No, there's no contract. If you feel like you can give it too much Wi-Fi, you can come. You can say, well, okay, you can come and have your installation and then see the civil charge that you pay you back 500. But yeah, you take the equipment.
Okay. So is a new router.
We come to the router, we come to your installation, you get it stopped 500, right? And then you use it for month free. And then on the next month, you pay 450 on debit order. So there is no contract between you and too much Wi-Fi. If you feel like you don't need it anymore, we come and do an installation for you, and then we reimburse you.
Okay, so let's say in that okay. Tinggal because apa the computer deny Wi-Fi so better the contract I think telephone.
Oh yes, it's the only ISP that does installations on contract with telco. It was here, there's no contract between you and the ISP. They don't do contracts.
Yeah, so better the contract, but the thing okay, because play Wi-Fi was you don't need the line. So I don't know.
Wireless. So
Yeah.
who too much Wi-Fi does wireless installation. Unlike Ubuma does fiber, which is infrastructure installation that we done on the whole place. So for you to use Ubuma, there must be those lines that are installed in those areas.
Yeah.
But with us, it's a wireless installation. The wireless installation is like a DSTV decoder, so you can remove it anytime when you want to. There's a dish on top that is put so that you have enough strength, enough internet connectivity.
Yeah.
So there's always a high side wherever we are, where electric connectivity is just like DSTV. It's like DSTV.
So I was commanded that the months back. Nelia from the fund, but can you take going to bed and
You do get that when there's load shedding, but we always our customer service is like always on speed dial. So when that happens, we are easy.
yeah, no, load shedding is can be complaints or agents again. Okay, there's a additional apparently because Ilando's icon, I don't know if contracts or voucher or anything that they can. Yeah.
If you plan on it, that's not
So,
for that. Other than that, contract, I was hoping
yeah, no, I'll don't contact me because I'm still conducting a class here and then. But then the funeral for him the pine, and yeah, we'll keep in touch.
Thank you so much for your time. I would say contact the person that is about. Otherwise, after today, then go for Thank you, brother.
Sure. Okay, so if need to mail that was if need to mail as emails, then you can put it today. Then into the then the setup about baby like the emails or kanya banazo or whatnot. I'll set them up. And then other thing is I still got time because I also want to check this piece of buttons in a sedence. Yeah, I've got a lot for 30 minutes. So Pungasala, to do your other stuff, or you can leave if you want to leave, or you can ask questions if you want to ask questions. And then as for those other emails, then I'll set the emails up, and then after that I'll see to SPCS ngasebenziyo, and then ungathuki xa ufumana mhlawumbi i-email ethi uba ujoyine Teams, whatnot, maybe they might send you an email to say maybe accept or whatnot. But is it communicated everything? Okay, before you open it weekly or what? Well, matter of fact, masenza kanje. Because andifuni usuke uthunyelwe scam phana and then accept phana and then uthinde wethe. So kwanje ethunyeleyo suyidelete until it goes up next week. Then I'll tell you what. Okay, so set up this now. I'm not even aware. I don't even know me a creature. I'm not even aware of what's going on. No, go back at you. No, no, I just go back. Glad what's up? How much home? Otherwise, if you want, you can continue reading on the section that's going. That's about a bit deeper schedule. Okay, oh, sorry. The still this time in crypto the other week. The place. So you call it you show me I mean the color line. So maybe next week is a can trail us going online. As sell and they can make that's I think I think after the beginning first card what teachers will be pagulun the company then you recommend them if you want to be in the space of crypto, use the Luno app. Luno most especially move because now it's starting to go up again. Yeah, but I was on minus money gold. Cannot go right? So but now it's this is going up. So now if you buy now, you see profits. And yeah, when you like the crypto layer, but I see siya about bayar penny. Bayar penny ka ba is but you're going to lose money. But you like such a fun between because this is crypto will go. It's like a gold. Press it gold. It gold 10 if the piece in gold, it was maybe 1,000 rand 10 years ago. Maybe gold it's 5,000 rand. Even as a songs again as a landus mhlawumbe nesizikhumbula ezarandi ezingaka zakudala ezisilva ezingaka ezinala impala kanti ezarandi eziyana ngoku because it is pure silver. That is pure silver. Ayifani ezikhona esisebenzisayo. That's pure silver. Maybe ngoku yi-500 rand. Not rand. Yeah, by me rand, it was we're trading it as 1 rand, but now it's worth 500 rand because it's pure silver. So Bitcoin, it is like that, but it is a digital currency. So, but it's a digital gold. It's like gold, but it is a digital asset. So your price is new. So hard I see. But the only problem is that is very volatile. Like I find it gold must be but Bitcoin, yes, it is book. I lose it. Man said by at least for at least 2 months, 4 months. They didn't want to go to one night at
So is it halal?
Yeah, they said
Which one?
that's Mulan.
Well,
They said
I'm just wondering. I'll have to check.
yeah. Yeah, they were doing that 2 weeks back, 2 weeks back. 2 weeks, 3 weeks back. Balik ka mga tuloy. I haven't had any scholar objects. I haven't had any scholar objects.
No, no. It's stressful.
No, besides that, I haven't had any scholar objects. So
I never really make researches about it. Sometimes they don't talk about it. Like I checked, I was checking for myself. The one more like a time is haram.
listen,
Yeah. No scholar said so, but when I check the shurut, that makes it haram. They are there because you're anything when you're paying it, how much they charge you, so that's the interest. So that makes it haram. You understand? You know what I mean?
I don't understand. When we tell Tanzania, capital, the country have we invest when you now for the support of the country. Support
politics,
People actually don't understand people listening to Tanzania. I didn't take it to this place. And I think it's haram for the news. It's a thing that's about it was crossing beyond bounds. Allah didn't make
But
huh?
I don't know if it's haram, but I just have to check.
If Bitcoin Muhammad has nothing to do with the banks. Actually, the banks are against it because they can't control it. It doesn't have a central. They call it a decentralized.
They said, the power at which is beyond reach about the control about is not okay. Everything very controlled, everything must be under control, bro.
Not everything.
But come on, play case.
But you must bring the dalil. You can't just say something is haram without dalil.
Okay.
Of course, the formula you win is don't you understand? Okay, power control. It means they under control. control.
Symbol.
The control.
Symbol. Coming around it.
That is the control. Okay. Now you want to know. So each other one video.
So would you be part of that one?
Let's say open it. I never had
And then
anyone.
Baga in number.
I never had.
And then often forgot the symbol. Which is Muhammad.
I would say in the Allemani, Israel, Tina Sati, Sati. Invest. What about this is what you can do. Make some cards, make some data. This is what you can do. I just want to say it will all circulate and come back to you.
Yeah.
If you go somewhere in the house, never shy about it.
Yeah.
Serious. And then you know it is very, very
Yeah.
serious because it is a life, it is between life and death, man. Because Kuku about communicating to capital for Baba.
Yeah.
To you, it may be just a want to enjoy that, but when you bro, it's a need.
Yeah.
Man, when you feel me?
Not to come in to go.
But Kuku Band, my man, so Dalang, that's my post overseas. What the fuck are you doing? We are going to have a problem, Nanyan. Those who understand like the way I do,
You shouldn't have opened that door. You should.
Ah, mas eu te sei.
You shouldn't have opened that door.
Because they open it and
Not the door itself. You know what I mean?
use this lane. Use this.
Is that right?
And fine.
Is that right?
This is the only thing I have. But there would you ask for ban. I'm not educated people they can actually see, oh my god, infinite heart failure. But still educated and so no news of it because I can't increase your colonel away. The Caribbeans are in the you can do like in the reason Aristotle this guy that was still. I've been punching through I want to like I'm not research. Ban alone, she would accept I'm not educated if man can feel like he was one as a number of people in our past, I don't find there. When any level, some bees are kaboom. We're only scratching the surface. As you know, in a 10 cent, you're to me outside. That's now they get enough of that selfish, man. I want to put, they don't know, sometimes, they didn't contain now they're going to that one teacher, that then I have been doing the selfish, but at least from there, because I'm not that how I'm going to say, and the next thing is not done. I'm not proud of myself. I lost a lot because of I'm candidate leave. And young people fill in the platform. I want you. Man. Because we really gonna turn to lions. As if we never woman. Number one. Number two. And so I'm one of those guys, like you're that guy that you shy, I'm shy. Because eventually like you die, like that's the end of the law, like that. Okay, sure. I will have to be related. Can't be I mean, at least I mean, yeah, now, but you don't understand the behavior. I'm by doing. They don't even know about the process. I mean, like Never spoiled. And now it is just spoiled. Then they can go to education and what not done a whole bunch yeah. But now I understand. But I don't regret. I regret, no regret. Because I come to design and like but what I like the most is how Allah has become up. I said, no, man, I will join. It's like, I know it's only great. But there's only one who can show it. Only God. But the only one who can all the answers. Education, I like the originator when he speaks to me, in terms that which are understandable. It doesn't matter the fashion about okay, 70s, let's be changed. No, it doesn't matter. Do you understand? Number two, do you receive anything from this? Do you receive an aid? Yes, man, now, man, before the I think that's man, from Allah, from what that is, that's what we have, the Lord. You should consider in your banner. Because I'm going to do any. All the time, you want to remain healthy as you are. In the next 2 to 5 years, you take us out of change. What would you have great for yourself? A little bit of cash. Cash is not there to save all to solve all of the problems, but still, it does help. So, you know, Ashara no basa, no, not crucified. Yes, but I don't like she. I am a body. I cannot understand. I'm giving the Lord, she didn't wait for me. Whatever. In my yard, you want. Yeah. That's a bit of it. The law. Unfortunately, started talking to us, somebody doesn't have like somebody John, but the John Shine on watching that flashing was the something in God of the cooking. I'm where is it? I'm trying to now I'm food. I can't be carrying food for long while. So I mean, okay. More for sure. And I'm still doing more research about this. I can hardly live with myself sometimes. Yeah. Only God by my side every time. And where is he? That is Libanese God. Now my still infected from the whole mind. My God. Well, man, patience. The guys implemented the class about this of began on the show and on the way. Then, pretty good yeah, but that's like he had one of the civilized. I don't know what the catch is. Oh, by the way, campaigning this year, if you fail one organ, yes, the unit is just from. If you fail in this year, then it means there's yes, many chance there will be more.
I want to keep those. That's the thing I want to read about.
Check this out. Yesterday you were delivering this speech. You said that Islam means to surrender unto the it means to surrender to the will of Allah. Now the thing is, Allah has got so many wills here. Now I need you to tell me one thing. What will are you talking about? Are you talking of it's not any big deal, are you talking about the wheels, right? Chairman, there's a wheel, there's a car wheel. It's not any big deal. Chef, who will try fly wheel?
So listen up.
Don't let fly wheel. Allah's flying wheel and surrender to that particular type of a wheel or which wheel?
Even if the man was like
I have one wheel in my house, but that wheel is stuck now. Because I'm not electricity you're spinning at that wheel. You see, that wheel was very helpful to me, but now I find I want to change electricity supply of platform. So I can no longer use that wheel now. But the wheel I can use is Islam, you know. That is Islam that I can use. I want to support. Yeah. Teams but now we have young cut off. Then anyway, vale que me leva antes de poco yeah. So actually, the foundation is South Africa. The foundation is Africa. The only thing is all about Africa, guys. So it's not my mind there. I don't fishermen. It's not my mind there. You can't fishermen. Yes. So when I don't know, oh yeah, you know, fish. Nah, I was like, yeah.
They tell me more. The thing that pulled me away, but why is it? Thank God. But what's the good? And go only go. I have to wait for it.
Me too.
Even in his books.
Tina ba ke ba ba na 11 years ago I'm a guy like so when I tell yeah no luma guys I'm must already be out of some
Like when I type maybe like WhatsApp.
In suit,
Yeah,
it's
they
difficult.
It's
very difficult.
Yeah.
I would say guys I
Very
no chef like a lot my way
I think those things. Yeah, they always go around trying to.
and why not?
Don't it. This is you check the another one like this. I've translated it. This book Faisal spoke about it, but the Arabic part of the Arabic one. Because-
So,
And this one is the shark.
Shark.
Yeah,
What's the
it's really
Oh,
of the
yeah.
But I don't understand why they don't like in Arabic this way.
So we're doing transparent.
So when it goes to my next one of someone like if it's a 1 hour for losing or then 1 hour for the video. Yeah, that's you go to email, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
The number you go to because the number
Yeah,
for
WhatsApp group.
you got it.
No, okay, wait.
The number go for anything I'm not saying around 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, so make sure I'm going to email go up. Then if we marry, then it will just then so banana left to
Yeah, but what's the sort of the only one? Oh. Sheikh, how can one don't think you can figure? Yeah.
No, man, you come short, I'm short. The short man, you can't let the short man big stuff.
But she was telling you the Aaron. What that one?
Or you must disable it. Disassemble it.
She was telling you the Aaron.
He got
I think so because that Aaron okay is
Yes.
not for us.
ah
I was going to tell you for some
yeah. But you see,
Yeah,
because the mind is so.
but since the last week,
Move. Yeah, it's trying to do next week or you. The
because people talk if Still, it's finished. I wouldn't say continue.
So, if interested, so can you tell me about something that shows maybe the cover what the cover is ABCD, and then maybe when I cover ABCD, like in this period, let's say you come to where just 2 weeks to Excel, Ninja, have something like that, and then what I will do is there's a mutual and share, put it up, and then maybe use of the banana out. That will really usually go. Then just so when you go there, then like I'm on by a so when just draw up in like the curriculum about okay, those are the things that are going to be done, like how long each module maybe is going to take. Yeah? Then your tutor narration, then your developer about what you know the husband and in terms of students, yeah, we took us as flyers and plus the market but I can tell you most of the us I have one of us I actually went to class with you. So we tell the last time but if it's computer classes after the class they come. So when we say it's a college, so I take them to share and then you want to build up one. Banyak macam maybe not into kami because same with April. Jadi musical kalinya buat payment structure buat pada zaman kita pada pastinya dia ya boy ini itu jadi terus support. Ada Arab seperti especially kemarin yeah so yeah the so pwede pa yun. No, yeah. Kalau siya tayo, dan ako sa pala mo chuli pa. Oh, you did. Oh, what? Tingnan natin. Oh, posible lah. Yeah,